Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm playing Dreamlight Valley and we just completed all of the trials and now we are headed back to the entrance hall to see what we have to do. Well done, dear. You've passed all the tests. Princess Aurora waits for you beyond these doors. I can't wait to meet her. I suspect the two of you will become fast friends. Together, I know you can stop the Never After. You need only to wield the Shield of Virtue, the Sword of Truth, and the Cap of Song to pass. You look familiar somehow. Princess Aurora. Do we know each other? Who are you? Who sent you? I'm Tony. I've been trying to fix everything in the Vale. Why, I remember you from when you were a child. No wonder you look familiar. Oh, thank goodness you've returned. Has anyone followed you here? Oh, you're not working with her, are you? Do you mean Maleficent? No, for once Maleficent has nothing to do with my troubles. Oh my gosh, I told you guys from the beginning that the Lore Keeper was bad. Don't you know? It's the Lore Keeper who's been the cause of all this from the very beginning. I knew that book was suspicious. Oh, this isn't like her though. Once she was a friend to all of the valley, but during the forgetting, the Lore Keeper changed. She became colder, less trusting. She wanted to send me far away from my friends in the Vale. When I told her I wouldn't go, she grew angry. If it hadn't been for my aunts, I might have been sent away to be erased. I might well have been. Oh no, this means Maleficent was right all along. Somehow knowing that doesn't make me feel better.
Truly?
Wait a moment. Do you hear that sound? It's like the beating of wings, or flapping pages? Oh no, she's here.
Oh,
the Lore
no.
Keeper's coming. Oh my gosh.
I hope to see you
I told
soon.
you guys from the beginning that I thought that the Lore Keeper might be Maleficent. And it turns out that she's not Maleficent, but she's bad? I mean, she is just a book. Oh, Tony, ever the hero, driving the story. You led me right to her. This can't be real. You're my friend. You are very dear to me, Tony. That's what makes this so difficult. I don't wish to harm anyone, but I cannot abide the chaos. Chaos? What are you talking about? Please listen to me, I can explain. I look out across the Vale and all I see is muddle and mess. Heroes and villains living alongside each other, chattering machines from the far-flung future alongside brave adventurers from the distant past. And then there's you, Tony. You're the worst of all. You somehow find yourself at the center of every story. You undo endings, botch beginnings, and muddle up middles. You court chaos and calamity. Okay, I'm pretty chaotic, I admit it. You see, this place affects the chaos you've brought. Dreamlight Valley should not be. So when the forgetting came, I began to whisper to some of the villagers, "Leave Dreamlight Valley forever. Return to your realms where it's safe, where you belong." It would have worked if it weren't for a few meddling villagers who refused. All of Dreamlight Valley would have been as tidy and quiet and well-ordered as a library, perfectly peaceful. Why didn't you invite me here at all, then? My plans for the valley could never come to pass. I did not finish reading that. Why'd I hit the button? When I heard about your arrival in Dreamlight Valley, I knew you might be useful. You did just as I'd hoped, brought Maleficent and Hades right to me. Then Maleficent grew suspicious. She nearly ruined everything. I had no choice but to try and have her erased. But what about the Never After? Oh, but there is no Never After. I made it all up to lure you here. Oh, cool. I scattered the great tales from my pages myself to keep you busy. Maleficent, Hades, Aurora, what part do they all play in this? Maleficent and Hades refused to leave the Vale. I needed someone like you to come along and help me convince them. But Aurora and her meddling aunts figured out my plans. I had no choice but to lock her away. Whatever you're planning, I'll stop it. Of course you refuse to see reason. You refuse to leave Dreamlight Valley behind. I'll never leave this place. You're exasperating. There comes a time in life when one must move on from childish things. Stories that you treasured when you were young must be put aside, tucked away forever. It's time to grow up. You can't make me feel ashamed of loving what I love. I didn't want to have to do this, Tony, but if you won't step aside and let me bring order to the valley and my veil, then I'll erase it once and for all.
Uh-huh.
Where are we? Sound like anywhere I've been before. The lore keeper brought us here. Quite by accident, I imagine. This is the same place I found Maleficent. This is where villagers are sent to be erased. Oh dear, she must mean to erase us all, to do away with the valley. I only wish my aunts were here to help us. They are here. They gave us enchantments to help. Of course, as long as I'm wearing the dress with their enchantments, they'll be protecting me. And you have the sword, the shield, and the crown that they enchanted. Did she say crown? I hope she said I think she said cap. I hope they're enough to protect us from the lore keeper. We must find her and stop her. Explore further in the unwritten realms and find the lore keeper. What on earth? Didn't I tell you guys when I first started playing this that I thought that the lore keeper was probably like Maleficent or something? Do I have to go? Where do I go? Do I go in here? I don't know why I knew the lore keeper was evil, but I just did. I've not trusted her from day one. Oh, there she is. Huh? Followed me, have you? Doesn't matter, you're too late to stop this. It's not too late for you to turn back and stop this. Oh, I'm afraid it is. It's time to erase all of the most treasured tales we have kept here in the Vale. Starting with the oldest story you remember. The oldest story I remember, well, I guess that would be a silly picture book that I read again and again before I could even really read. Yes, colors printed on cardboard, a tale for infants told only in imagines? You've grown up now, you must leave it behind. You can't take that away from me. It's more than just the story itself. It was a realization that I could do anything. As long as the book was in my hands, I could go on a journey without leaving my home. It was magic. Don't you see, Tony? These are the lies we tell children. One day you must grow up. You must see that they are just stories. They aren't real. Oh, whoopsie. I don't know what I just said. You're not wrong about that. Could I be making a terrible mistake? No, of course not. I mustn't let you trick me. You will not sway me from my plan. Oh no, where did they go? How strange, the lore keeper left behind a cloud of snippets. But that doesn't look like the snippets that were flying in the veil. What could they be? I think these are the pieces of the oldest story I can remember. These are precious. I have to keep them safe. We must talk to the lore keeper again. There has to be a way to change her mind. We just have to find her and keep catching snippets. Okay, I can do that. Let me eat something real quick first, though, because clearly my energy is getting low. Okay. Oh, why do I have to talk to Aurora? I already did. Why are you telling me to talk to Aurora? It's already done. Just gonna keep following the lore keeper. Deeper and deeper. And I'm assuming every time we talk to her, we are going to have to talk about a story and then catch some snippets. Honestly, probably until there's nothing left of her, she's going to get rid of all the stories in her pages. You again? Ugh, you can't stop me, you know. The story that I've set in motion must come to its end. What story are you trying to destroy now? Isn't it obvious? Now I must destroy the first story that ever made you shed a tear. The story that broke your tiny heart. You were still only a child then. Do you remember how sad that story made you feel? Oh, 100%. I bawled my eyes out like a baby. It was The Fox and the Hound. I remember that story. I'd never felt something like that before. I started crying so loud that an adult came to check on me. Well, that's not true. The story made you feel heartbreak, made you know sorrow. But you're an adult now. There's enough sorrows. No, because I still cry at The Fox and the Hound, thank you very much. Adult or not. There are enough sorrows in the world without such stories. It was a book on tape that I used to listen to in my bed at night, and then I would sob quietly. So quietly. But I would just cry my eyes out until I fell asleep. They must put aside. I can't lose that story. If I lost that, I'd lose what I learned from it. I learned... something doesn't have to be real for you to care about it. That is so true. The characters we hold in our heart, they can feel just as real to us as people. That's not a bad thing. It shows how much love we give around. Yes, there's wisdom in that, I suppose, but still, you cannot sway me. Must be destroyed. Oh, absolutely not. I'm catching the Fox and the Hound. Yeah, before I ever saw the movie, I'm not even sure if it was a movie. It had to have been if they made the book on tape for it, but I had the book on tape for Fox and the Hound, and I have never seen, I know they made, I feel like, did they make a live action Fox and the Hound? I don't think they did. If they did, I will never watch it, because I still to this day cannot watch Fox and the Hound. I'm not sure if my kids have ever even seen it, because it makes me cry too much. Like, genuinely, I cried so much as a kid. Okay, search for the lore keeper in the unwritten realms. Okay, so here we go again. Guess we're just gonna keep doing this. Hey, what's up? I'm growing weary of this. Must you chase me with the end to the end of all existence? I'll chase you however far I have to. Ever the pesky little protagonist, aren't you? In any case, there's only one tale left for me to erase forever. Don't tell me you don't remember this one. It's the first story you ever weaved yourself. Oh, I do remember the first story I ever made up. I mean, none of the above, but I guess I'll do this. The drawings weren't very good and the story was sort of silly, but I had so much fun letting my imagination go wild. Wonder if those drawings are still laying around somewhere. What a pity, all these years and you're still hanging on to some trifling tale you thought up as a tiny child. Hey, it's not just the story that matters. Making up that story showed me you don't have to be talented to be creative. Anyone can create. That's so true, because I am not at all talented. Nobody should ever be ashamed about being creative. Creativity is its own reward. I suppose that's true. The best stories are the ones that make people happy in the telling. I scarcely know what I believe anymore. You've left me so confused. I need time to think. Come on. Where did it just go? Finally. Demon snippets are the worst ones to catch, I swear. Okay. You fooled me again. I felt so certain of it all before. I thought I knew what I had to be done. Now I'm just not sure. Please, this isn't who you really are, Lore Keeper. Could I have misunderstood the very nature of the stories I hold inside? Stories are meant to be shared with others. Have I jealously guarded these stories, not letting anyone share in them? I feel lost, Tony. When the forgetting struck, I grew so scared. What is a memory but a story of what came before? I thought that the only way to keep stories safe was to protect them, to leave them unchanging. What have I done? You can always learn from a mistake. You're certain it's not too late? I fear that there's something missing from inside me now. I mean, I'm never gonna trust you again, but... The tales that I scattered, they were what was binding me together. I have no idea what to do without them. Tony caught them all, Lore Keeper. I can put them back where they belong. Wait, is this the one that I'm supposed to be doing? Oh, okay, yeah, this is the one I'm supposed to be doing. Okay, I'm sorry. My game was just lagging so massively. I understand now, Tony. Dreamlight Valley is a place for stories to grow and be shared. Somewhere we can learn to live together. Can everyone forgive me? Is there really a place for me here? Yes, this village has room for even the nastiest villains. I suppose if Hades and Maleficent can find a place here, then surely I can. We'll do all we can to help you find your way again, Lore Keeper, and I know just where you should begin. The tapestry behind you. Don't you think there's something that it could show now? Yes, the tapestry. It will become a testament to the story we've all woven together. Well, I guess that was the end of the Storybook Vale DLC. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I thought it was alright. I genuinely liked Eternity Isle better, and I'm still so upset that I missed recording the ending of that one because my thing was frozen. But that one turned out cute. I do wonder what the next one is going to be. I wonder if it'll show. I feel like at the end of Eternity Isle, didn't it give us a little hint that Maleficent was coming? So I wonder if this one will give us a little hint if it's going to be next for the next DLC. So does that mean that the next DLC is going to have Maximus? What do you think, Tony? It's a story that you've woven here across the valley and the Vale. You ought to be proud of yourself for what you've built. We all built it together. Your humbleness is something I hope to learn from in time. Of course, there's still work to do because of the mess I've made. Some of my tales are still scattered. Please keep catching snippets for me, and there's still ink spilling all about. Seems my home was carried away by the ink. I hope you don't mind if I ask for some help with that too. Alrighty. Well, in the next video we're going to place Aurora's house because I'm not doing it right now. I know it's just going to say, welcome Aurora, and that'll be it, but that's all we're going to do in the next one because this video is already a half-hour long. Actually, I'm going to cut out a lot of it so it won't be a half-hour long for you guys. You know, we'll just place Aurora's house right now. Where do you think she'd want to be? First of all, I'm changing back into my beautiful dress. Teapot Falls, maybe? For Aurora's house? Or the Wild Woods? Beanstalk Marshes is a little too close to Maleficent, I think. Let's check out the Wild Woods and see if there's a good spot in there for Aurora's house.
Hello. Hey! Hey!
May I speak with you?
Oh, it's so wonderful to be back. Tony, you've done such a marvelous work here already. It's almost back to the glorious Vale I remember. It's taken a lot of work. Oh, I'm sure that's true, but you must see the wonders of all you've done. I only hope that the lore keeper can find her way again after all this trouble. She made a mistake. We all make mistakes. I'm glad that the Vale has such a kind and merciful ruler. You know, Tony, I started the story alone with only the advice of my aunts to guide me. I spent so much of my life that way, hidden at the cottage in the glen, then locked away in that tower by the lore keeper. But I'm ending the story with a friend, a true friend. You're a true friend to me too, Aurora. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. I suppose that means we finally have the happily ever after for the Vale. Now shall we see what new adventures we can find together?
I knew
we shall. Alright guys, that's it. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this. See you next time. Bye.